#1.
I have to say, though, I do agree with the idea that I'm liking the amount of damage we're seeing from the draft so far from Mythic Seals. Because even way back in MWI, I believe LaFell has been saying that you cannot have too much magic damage based on how things are going in the patch or in MLBB overall. But it will be crucial for them to do just that, since I believe much of the damage they are gonna have to provide will be somewhat skill shot. So they'll have to actually find the targets on Corinthians Esports to do that pressure.
Wow.
But I did not expect to see that happen in the gold lane first.
Yeah, I think we have to take a look at the emblems here for Upatizi. Did he not? Yeah, he went for Thrill and Master Assassin, full damage. Nico doing the same here, jumping in. Still opting for Season Hunter. I think in MWI we saw a different route from the Selenas. No more Season Hunter. It's still going to be Season Hunter for Nico with the Rupture.
Yeah, they're trying to speed things up. That'll allow Ken to really perform on this Joy. That's a lot of chain CC you could see from Mythic Seals, honestly. So Luis on the Baksha might have to be a little cautious, because as we know, the Baksha, once you actually go in and put yourself in a dangerous position, there's almost no way for you to get out unless you use the Revitalize, which could barely sustain you, especially if you have a lot of members trying to take you down.
Yeah. Also, something to point out, Mythic Seal, no purifies at all. They're just all out here, right? So much more ways to evade from CC, but for Mythic Seal, it's really all about mobility and speed.
Oh, Bravest Fighter committed by Kun. Also uses the Flicker to stun too, but that's pretty much it. They're not gonna force the fight any further. They're already okay. Mythic Seal's got the turtle.
To the folks back at home, that's why you go Season Hunter on Selena. If you have a very fast clearing jungle, great prio and XP, and a roamer that can actually get mid prio to help you out with this on the Selena, you take turtles before your opponents can even react. Corinthians didn't know they were even doing turtle, and by the time they noticed, boom, turtle taken by Mythic Seal.
Even when they were trying to take down the purple buff, right, there were 2 abyssal traps which really sped up things for Ken here, which I believe allowed them to rotate a lot faster. And that's another thing, I guess. I would expect the fast rotations from Corinthians, but it seems like it's Mythic Seals doing that this time around. It seems like they're able to anticipate where the Baksha is coming from. And speaking of anticipate, they try to lock him down. That's a beautiful Tsunami Slam committed onto Luis, allowing them to secure first blood. And Corinthians are not able to trade out anything for that.
No, it was kind of awkward too. Wait a minute. Bravest Fighter by Kun. Looking for a montage play there. It wasn't even a minion clear, right? He just wanted to show Hesu who's boss in the XP lane. That was flex.
That's what you get from a Lapu who is a very difficult hero to target. If you want to like hammer down on crowd control, then Lapu might not be the best option, because he'll actually enjoy having a lot of people around him to also increase that passive which he currently has. But so far, it's been a very low scoring game. Even though we said that Mythic Seals might really want to play this aggressively, at least for Corinthians, they have a lot of sustain, and you cannot take that away from them.
Yeah, we expected Mythic Seal to definitely be way more aggressive than they are looking right now, but it takes 2 to tango. You can't be aggressive if your opponents aren't actually walking up to fight you when you want to be aggressive, right? So as long as Mythic Seal continues to get free objectives, they won't be forcing Corinthians to a fight. They'll just be like, all right, sir, good day. We'll take this turtle and we'll be on our way.
And I feel like Kun has the decision to start things up. Oh, it's not Kun after all. I take it back. It's Boye. But Frostlaneve actually gets the turtle away from Mythic Seals. And still, however, they will try to go for the fight, but the SOD, it connects. And Upatizi might try to go for Boye. Thorndrose catches up. That's 2 members of Mythic Seals.
Big fight from Corinthians. The least expected member to steal the turtle does it. Frostlaneve. Oh my lord, with just a lantern. Yeah, we'll take back everything we said about damage. 2 retries and Chu Sin got the turtle. My bad, G. We were not aware of your game.
Let's forget about the Thornrose retry combos. Let's forget about the electrifying beats and the retribution.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just the lantern flare, which mattered at that point.
There was all the CCs too, dude. There was a fist crack coming in, Tsunami Slam, so much CC.
He didn't even use the Purifier, right?
No, there is no need. Frostlaneve, he was shot. She wants to shine in the light. Upa!
Upa might have to use his skills to get away, though. Fortunately survives that attempt. That was just Zippy. So how has it come to this point where Zippy could already pose such a massive threat? You needed to have 2 members up top just to somehow keep you safe, because Mythic Seals, it seems like they're trying to go for something.
Wow. Sky Piercer 2 for Frostlaneve. He's really playing into the main character of being the juice-in damage. That's a pure... Okay, so both Zippy and Frostlaneve have picked up the Sky Piercer. This is where it gets really exciting, because this is where we're seeing the calm before the storm. Yes, the game seems very slow. 1 big team fight, 3 stacks on that Sky Piercer, and we're going to be seeing a snowball cone.
Oh, Flick will just try to dash away from this, though. Are they trying to commit? Boye respects that they might have too much mobility for them to commit, and they also have an upcoming objective too, so they'll have to play it safe. So far, it's Corinthians being the ones able to position themselves first, though. Will they capture Ken? Oh, this is a very aggressive play from Luis and Frostlaneve for the second time around.
Conceal.
Someone with the retribution has to get this, right?
Oh,
But there goes the Tsunami Slam. They committed onto Kun, a very tanky member at that. SOD will connect. They might have to reposition for a bit. Crimson Beacon also used by Frostlaneve, but it's only Luis who's already pretty low on HP. Mythic Seal, it looks like they're still able to take on this fight, except Nico. And this time around, Flick steals away or takes that turtle from Mythic Seals.
well played, Corinthians! So clean! What happened to the slugfest we saw in the grand finals of the Latam region? This is a completely different team. It was 4-3 against Influence Rage. It was them chaotic in and outside of the game. Here, they're just as clean as can be. No Sky Piercer stack for Frostlaneve, so that's the bad news. But the good news is, the lead is completely gone, and Upatizi is capitalizing on these waves in the side lanes, with the Granger forced to play with the team already.
Yeah, Upatizi's having such a great time. The other members of Corinthians, okay, Fiskra already used by Hesu. But going back, the other members of Corinthians Esports are just making things so easy for Upatizi at this point. Flick, he's doing such a great job on heroes like this, like the Lancelot. Even after that one moment wherein he failed to actually get the last hit onto the turtle, but Luis still has to revitalize, though. Is this going to be the right decision? They're fully aware that there are 4 members of Mythic Seals trying to approach them in the mid lane. Oh, and they actually tried to go for it!
Hesu with the fist crack already can! With the electrifying beats, that's a kill over to Zippy. Sky Piercer stack picks up the gun. That certainly will be of much help for Mythic Seal. They need to crack open the front line before they can deal with the back. Frostlaneve and Upa. But Flick is getting really tanky right now, man.
I feel like in that moment, Mythic Seals were the ones who stayed a bit long, but they were the more decisive ones.
Yep.
Like, they didn't want their, you could say, overstay to go to waste, so they at least took off a pick-off from Corinthians Esports, but still, going back, there isn't that much of a lead. Despite everything that has been happening, it's still less than 1K for Mythic Seal.
It's so even on the board, right? At least when it comes to structures, it's better for Corinthians. They have a turret down below. That will play a big part into setting up for the next neutral objective. But yeah, this is, I think, the closest game we've had at minute 9. There has been only one turret take. Oh, a flicker from Nico, respecting the shield unity of Louise. But remember, this is a calm before the storm. Once those Sky Piercer stacks keep going, Tsunami Slam!
Once again in the mid lane, they decide to pick a fight. Hesu will still survive this, though, and Kun already commits the bravest fighter. So there have been resources already used, but Luis, he's starting to feel the damage coming in from Ken. Forced to use his ultimate. Flick, will he attempt to go for someone? We'll just try to clear the waves for now. No one's just going for the full commit.
Hey, if we want to refer to something, this is tactical boxing, right? You're just playing at range, you're just feinting constantly, wasting resources from your opponent. Corinthians, they've had to burn a flicker from Hesu, Tortoise's Poissance as well from Luis. They get a free turn up top of the wave. Now it's a conceal. Luis is looking for an opening, but he gets chunked instead. Remember, no Poissance!
And the bravest fighter is back. So is the Tsunami Slam to immediately take down Hesu. Luis is next. That's immediately 2 members. Phantom Execution used by Flick just to get away. And this is a clear signal for Mythic Seal.
Good fight. Really decisive. They punished again. They went for the feints. They baited out some massive resources. They go for it. There is a trade, however, for Upatizi.
Yep.
He was able to get a tier 2 down below. And holy shield, that thing is down.
Okay, they're able to somehow trade something away, but that will allow Mythic Seal to get a lot more of the important resources from Corinthians. That's a mid lane turret that they're able to take down. And for someone on a Lancelot, for Flick on the Assassin, that is potentially gonna limit the way he's able to move around, especially just looking at how Boye and Zippy are confidently able to stand up front. Oh, but that was a close call for Frostlaneve.
So let's talk about investments. Mythic Seal, their investment in the Sky Piercer has resulted in, I believe, 1 Sky Piercer stack for Zippy. Frostlaneve, 0. So far, Mythic Seal have had the better Sky Piercer investment. Fleeting time completed 2 for for Boye on the Kalea. They look alike, man. Wind of Nature and already to a BOD. Wow, I would expect Upa to have a bit more gold at this stage of the game because he's constantly farming in the side lane. But it's a 1,300 gold lead for the good old consistent Zippy.
Yeah, it's a 2-0-2 as well for Zippy, which also probably contributes to why this is what we're seeing. Nico has the purple buff, by the way.
Whoa.
So they're being very aggressive with this. But that's all Mythic Seals are probably gonna get for now. There's also respect for Corinthians Esports. You still can't take away the fact that Upatizi, although he is behind, there is some sort of damage to it, but also...
What?
Okay, speaking of damage, you gotta respect Zippy. You gotta go for Zippy, but I feel like their attempt did not succeed. Now that's a counter conceal and engage coming in from Mythic Seals. Kun jumping in with the bravest fighter, and so will Boye with the title strike, and now Zippy's just free to target down Hesu. Ken did a great job as well in zoning out the other members of Corinthians on the back lines, and they'll be happy with that single pickoff, but it seems like they still want to go for more. Flick fortunately gets away, but that was a dangerous attempt.
Certainly. And you can see Nico just hovering over, trying to bait Flick over towards him. Good stun. Actually lands. Shield Unity cancel out by the Brave Spider. Has to flicker out a Lancer Flare.
Oh my goodness, these arrows.
And Frostlaneve gets the shot. Hey, I don't know if you saw the interaction, the Shield Unity and the Abyssal Arrow. I think it's just a wacky, awkward interaction, man.
You still
keep
went rolling, right? Even though the...
You can't turn, you're just going straight. It's like a... Never mind.
It's like a... Yeah. He just...
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. But that was clearly Mythic Seals still trying to respect whatever Corinthians can do in terms of defending. But Boye, did he just put himself in a very dangerous spot? Ken finds the kill on Upatizi, however, but look at the other members falling one by one in the hands of Zippy. And what better timing if not right before an objective, but will they still go for that even?
There's no better timing than to end the game right here. They won't want to go for the objective. They want to go and brawl it out for the battle for the win.
All right, this is going to be their attempt. There's the potential title strike. Doesn't land onto anyone, but they gain access to the base. Hesu using the fist crack, tries to clear the waves. There's a single minion left, however, and they will not have enough firepower to end it just yet. They have an incoming minion wave, though. But the other members of Corinthians, they've already gotten back.
Uh-oh, let's see. Mythic Seal went for a gamble to try to end the game. They're on the Lord already. SOD.
It connects. Nico dashes away, but Flick from behind. Could this be a game-changing steal? Oh, the Phantom Execution gets denied, but Ken, he will fall in the hands of Corinthians Esports, and now Flick finally steals away the Lord. Frostlaneve with a double kill. Finally, the Sky Piercer in action too, and that's 3 members down for Mythic Seals.
Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the fingers. What was that? Flick getting the kill on Zippy despite the Wind of Nature. And now they're the ones knocking at Mythic Seal's base. Phantom Execution.
He actually went in. Brave enough to try and take down Boye. But they focus on the inhibitor for now. But is this going to be enough? There's the Purify from Upatizi. He has his eyes set on the base. But Boye gets to clear the minions. And now they have another incoming SOD. Goes for Nico, but Ken!
Walks up, looking for the electrifying beast. The base wide open. The middle wave's just there as well. Flick taken down. Frostlaneve with the last shot, and Corinthians pull off a 1-strike.